morning and welcome to People Online. This time we intend to do a series on HR analytics. The scope, however, is restricted to the very basics with an emphasis on applications, particularly those kind of applications that require less resources to run and perhaps can be best described as low-hanging fruits.
Session 4. Descriptive Analytics, Converting Data to Money. Let's see the contents. What is descriptive analytics? Presenting problems in cost terms with an example. Computing return on investment, ROI, also with an example. What is descriptive analytics? Descriptive analytics advocates analyzing HR data to acquire greater insight about the present situation. Example could be analysis of employee-wise productivity figures to identify the units and locations with the least productivity. One of the popular application areas in descriptive analytics is to convert data to money so as to gain instant attention. There are two variants here. A. Presenting HR problems in cost terms, and B. Computing return on investment of HR interventions. Presenting problems in cost terms. To comprehend the magnitude of a problem, one would understand better if the costs involved are computed and presented. Example could be computing the costs of attrition, accidents, late coming, absenteeism, etc. The computation of costs associated with the problem would have to be based on simplifying assumptions. However, the more realistic the assumptions are, better would be the accuracy of the results. Let us see an example. An example, calculating attrition costs. Employee turnover had been a chronic problem for XYZ Incorporated for years, rising steadily until it hit a rate of 50% enterprise-wide. These were blue-collar workmen with a total strength of around 1,600 and an average salary of $28,000 per annum. The HR head rightfully decided to seek management attention by presenting the cost of attrition. After many internal discussions, the HR team presented their findings. Let us see how the attrition cost was computed. According to the team, the main cost was the productivity loss on account of the capability gap between the person who left and the new person who stepped in. And obviously, this needed to be multiplied by the number of persons who left in a year to get the total cost. The assumption that the team worked with was that any new person would take about 3 months to reach his or her peak capability. So it starts from zero, the person starts from zero, and after 3 months reaches 100% capability level. So the new joinee's productivity in the first 3 months is 50%. Why 50%? Because at the start it was 0 and after 3 months it was 100. So 100 plus 0 by 2 would be 50. So the amount of money wasted per resignation would be 28,000 by 12. This is the salary per month into 3. This is the salary for 3 months and half of it is wasted, so into 0.5, and we come to 3,500 USD. And this again has to be multiplied by the number of people who left in the year. 1,600 people, average attrition 50%, I think is the attrition rate. So 1,600 into 0.5 is 800. 800 times 3,500 is 2.8 million USD. Computing return on investment. These type of studies calculate the return on investment for a particular HR intervention. If the associated benefits and costs can be expressed in monetary terms with necessary simplifications where required, ROI can be computed using the formula benefit minus cost by cost into 100. Let's see an example. A productivity-linked incentive system was designed for operators in a machining unit. It was provisionally launched in one section having 30 workers for a quarter, 3 months that is. Now the payout in this quarter was rupees 1500 per worker. There was an increase of 10% over the productivity of rupees 25,000 per worker per quarter seen in other sections. So the ROI needs to be calculated, the ROI for this incentive scheme. Let's see how the ROI is worked out. Cost per worker rupees 1500. Additional revenue 10% of rupees 25,000, which is rupees 2500 per worker. ROI is benefit minus cost by cost into 100. So ROI here is 2500 minus 1500 by 1500 into 100, and it comes to 66.67%. Let's summarize. So we did look at what is descriptive analytics, and we looked at presenting problems in cost terms with an example. We also looked at how to compute ROI for HR interventions with an example.
Thank you for watching. If you could relate to the video, if you found it to be useful, do like and share. Do subscribe to our channel. Press the bell button to stay tuned in for our next video. Until then, goodbye.